Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel as always. And today I'm going to give you about a total of 6 movie reviews for you guys today. In this video, I'll be talking about Dune, Halloween Kills, and the harder they fall. And in my next video, I will talk about Last Night in Soho, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, and in the latest Injustice animated movie for you guys today. So yeah, let's do this. And anyway, so yeah, today I'm going to be doing my 3 reviews on this video of Dune, Halloween Falls, and The Harder They Fall. And I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk about Halloween Kills first, and what my overall opinion on this movie. That is, Halloween Falls is kind of what we would always kind of expect from a Halloween movie, but in today's culture, within the idea of this whole like mob mentality that kicks in because of its whole uprising of how Michael Myers uprises and kills and goes along, as well the sense of backlash that comes with that. And on one hand, I knew what I was getting myself into with this film. It's a schlocky dumb mess with some really dumb writing. It's kind of devoid of logic, but it's kind of unexpected within this genre of what I was going to get, because I don't watch a Halloween movie to get good performances. Actually, there is some really good performances in the movie from like the main cast, even Ethan Michael Hall. Like, holy crap! There's a couple moments when he's kicking, like, facing off in the certain action scenes, and I'm like, yeah, that's for the Breakfast Club. But it's a huge Breakfast Club fan myself. But again, I knew this wasn't like trying to redefine a genre or anything, but I didn't find myself enjoying it. Even with its more schlocky sense of goriness and kills, and with its frankly kind of absurd essence of what was going on within the film, I did find myself enjoying the callbacks as it did, going back to originals, and how it actually kind of ends up trying to frame the similarities between this director, which is David Gordon Green, and how it parallels certain shots and remaking of images that were kind of connected back within the 1978 original. Because this is like the third of this is a sequel to the 2018 film, which is said to be the official sequel to the 1978 classic. And frankly, those are the only Halloween movies I've seen. This one is the English predecessor in 2018, the original Carpenter classic, and the 2 Rob Zombie films. Speaking of which, this movie is violent. It's insanely violent. But I found it to be at least enjoying myself while watching it, because even though that may speak to like a sadomasochistic mind, it still knew what it was doing. It was still really at least vibrant, and at least stick to the guns what made the franchise work in the first place, because it knew it was trying to do that. Anyway, Halloween Kills, it's dumb. It's devoid of logic. It has a lot of plot holes. But then again, I kind of did find myself enjoying it with kind of like that Michael Myers type of glee to like, Michael Myers glee, what the hell am I talking about? Anyway, Halloween Kills, it's absurd, but it still has like that whole movie magic that still kind of works with me, even if it's not the best of the best. I'm trying to keep this video to under 14 minutes. So let's do this. My next review is of The Harder They Fall, which is the latest film from the director of The Bullions. Honestly, this is a movie I was very interested in seeing, and this movie has this big cast in the movie. The movie has like Zazie Beetz, Idris Elba, Regina King, Jonathan Majors, and just a whole big cast. And what I really loved about this movie, and I do mean overall love this movie, because this movie is one of the most. This is a movie that I didn't really see much of. Like, I saw one ad. Actually, I think I saw an ad for this movie when I saw Halloween Kills, and I was really impressed by it. I really thought it looked really fun, really interesting, and really distinctive with a sense of style. And yes, the movie has a lot of panache, unique, violent style to it. Very much trying to be like this year's Django Unchained, which has a strong parallel between 2012 Tarantino film of Django Unchained. And I really dug myself finding that vibe in this movie, but is again, the director of this movie was very much trying to make it in this type of really fun, stylized, like almost like classic homage. I think that's the word. I completely probably screwing that up. But giving this homage to classic westerns within the cinematography and the style and the dialogue, but everything kind of clicks in this really fun, gleeful, and just incredibly engrossing way. And I found it to be such a gleeful film because of it. The design, the flair, and everything of the film really stood out. And the writing was really strong. Yeah, it's kind of has the best of the cliches in this film. As I said with Halloween Kills, it's not trying to reshape the genre or anything. It's just trying to pay its respects while still giving it its own unique signature of the whole black cast and the really fun dialogue and the music. The music really fits brilliantly in this movie. I love how. Here's the thing. In the end of the movie, they're putting a good sense of musics, a great set of music into the film to make it feel like it fits. But with this film, it felt like the person who was making the film also had a mindset with the same thing with the music. And I believe the person with the music in this movie was James Samuel, and James Samuel, as it says here on Google, and it's really, really excellent. It has to be undeniably my favorite soundtrack of the year. It's really strong. I found it to be incredibly engrossing. The story, the script is very strong. It kept every character benevolent. I really felt like it really knew how to bring everyone's arc overall together, especially with Zazie Beetz' character, who, when I saw her connected to the movie, I was like, oh yeah, she's going to be a great main character. She wasn't entirely, but she wasn't shafted to the side as well. She had enough screen time as anyone else had. And, the character Idris Elba in this movie has this incredible villainous role, and he has that great, devil may care attitude, and I love that from him. Overall, The Harder They Fall is a great western, and it stands out as one of the most surprising, authentic, and kick-butt films of the year for me. It's undeniably, for me, one of my top favorites. Going from that to my top favorite of the year, and that is Denis Villeneuve's Dune. And Dune, I think everyone can attest, had all eyes on this film. And thank the heavens, or whatever God may or may not exist, I don't know. But this film delivered on virtually every caliber. The performances were great. They were all strong. Even the side characters like Javier Bardem and Jason Momoa were all really good. I liked how Zendaya, the actress of her, it was like, oh, she's in this movie, but really she's in it until the last 10 minutes of the film. And considering this movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes, it's really going to be hard to wrap this film up in such a way where it feels importantly greatly satisfying, as well as establishes another sense of the film, because now we are getting going to get a second part to this movie, and I'm super excited for that, because this movie was, there's certain moments where I do think the movie felt its pace, certainly in certain parts, but the movie kept it so focused and so, gives us such plot momentum and drive, and energy towards that. It kept me always engaged. Sure, in retrospect, the plot does seem a little bit thin in truth, but something like that doesn't matter in a great vibe in comparison to everything else when there's such energy and technical skill and scope and that cinematography, the visual effects, the music, everything about this movie is just a near 10 on a. This is the closest thing I think we're going to get to a near perfect sci-fi movie, in my opinion. It brings in the big ideas such as prophecy, fulfillment, family, legacy, and greater destiny of the house. Oh god damn it! What's his name? Of the House of Atreides. Everyone in this movie was really just great. And I love how it gave it such scope and beauty. The cinematography was just so good. I could not even believe a film like this exists. It's excellent on all course because it shows this big revolutionary perspective for film. And in truth, it just delivers. Because it feels both like one of those films that it's like a big blockbuster movie, but it also feels like a passion project from the director, but it didn't feel pretentious. Like, like last year's Tenet from Christopher Nolan. Because as much as I may have enjoyed a film like Tenet for what it was, if you told me that was someone mocking Christopher Nolan type of movie, then I would have believed it. But this feels distinctively Denis Villeneuve-like. This beautiful scope and awe and beauty and wonder to it, but also brings in these great big questions of, as I said, so much of these fates of the family and other characters. And I really found myself wanting more, but still feeling satisfied enough. The performances, as I said, were all great. My God, Stellan Skarsgård as a villain is just so freaking good. And Timothy Chalamet, Josh Brolin, the actress who plays his mom. Rebecca Ferguson. Just everyone just excellent movie. This is one of those movies that feels like it feels like one of those rare movies that comes along every 5-10 years, and it's like, for me, I hope this is gonna be one of those big sci-fi films that really changes the year. This could be like this year's Inception, I hope, and it's another Nolan film. But yeah, I really loved Dune. I thought it was the type of film that I always wanted. It was incredibly thought-provoking. It was satisfying on a war scale, cinematography and the music and everything just perfect. I loved Dune. It's both subjectively and objectively the best film of the year. And for me, it was like for these three films, Halloween Kills, I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a C plus. The Harder They Fall, I'm gonna give it an A-. And Dune gets an A+. Overall, that's my review, everyone. I really do hope you enjoy it. As always, thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Till then, peace out, stay safe, and live happy. Peace.